It's time to finish this guitar. So before I can call this project complete, let me take you back in time and show you what this guitar looked like when I got it from Goodwill. It was completely dusty. The neck angle was horrible. The bridge had to be removed. I had to do a neck reset, and oh, let's not forget the neck fell off my bench and the fingerboard extension broke off. Yet another repair. So let me pick up where I last left off. With a color magic marker, I mark the tops of the frets. Then with my 24-inch level and some sandpaper adhered to one side, I run it to get the frets somewhat flat. I check to see how level the frets are currently with this fret rocker. I find out where the high frets are and mark them. Focus my attention to these upper frets as they rise right where it meets the body. I kind of anticipated this. I also need to file the sides of the frets as they are sticking out and a little bit sharp. So I mask off the body and run my file along the edges, flush with the fingerboard, 90 degrees. Next, I put a chamfer on the edge of the frets and continue to sand the tops flat. Here I mark the frets again with a magic marker so I can crown them with my file. This takes quite a while, but you can see it removes material only from the sides of the frets, leaving a thin strip of the original flatness on the top of the fret. So here I'm just rounding off the ends of the frets, taking a little bit of the sharpness away. Next I take some sandpaper and run it along the tops of the frets. I work it up to about 1200 grit and then put on some boiled linseed oil. Now I want to focus my attention on the nut. Taking a pencil that I've sanded down flush so I can transfer the fret radius onto the blank. It's just a reference point, and then I mark the sides and get the shape drawn on the blank. Here I cut it out of my bandsaw and cut it to length. Here I'm setting the table on my disc sander to match the angle of the nut that came off the guitar. Once I have the radius roughed out, I fit it to the guitar and make sure the edges are nice and flush. Here with a couple of drops of super glue, I adhere it to the side of the fingerboard. Now I string up the high and the low E strings to get a reference point on the string spacing. Couple things to be aware of when filing the nut. Of course, the depth of the slot, and then you want to make sure it has a relief in the back of the nut, angling towards the tuning keys.
Wow, you're working hard.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
Why don't you take a little break?
Yeah, okay. to the guitar. Here I'm pounding in the frets that were taken out during the neck reset. I think I'm going to go ahead and use the original saddle, because why not? So now I have the slots to depth. I need to get the top of the nut to the right shape. I like to start off by putting a 45-degree chamfer on the corners and then round it off from there. Gives it a nice even look. And I just work up progressively higher grits of sandpaper. I work up to about 1200 and then use a polishing pad to finish it off. Here I'm just checking the action. It actually wasn't too bad. It was about 100 thousandths on the bass side and 105 on the treble side. So I decided to keep the bass side where it was and take it down another 20 thousandths on the treble side. And so with that, I'll call this project complete. Join me next time when I'll be, well, I don't really know, but I'm sure I'll come up with something.